Hey, what's going on, Leos? Butch here. I'm going to do the remainder of March read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I'm going to be using the Celtic Tarot. And as you see, you might see this in some of the cards. So I had to draw clothes on them. I'm not an artist, so excuse me, but YouTube's kind of cracking down on nudity on cards, which is, I've been doing tarot now for about 4 years on YouTube, and I never had a problem, but lately they've been kind of doing that, so I'm trying to go along with the flow. So if you see something that doesn't look right, it's probably my bad artwork. With all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what do we have for Leo? March 2023. What is going on for Leos? What is going on for Leos? All right, Leos. So the first thing I see, Leos, is I feel like there is a new connection coming toward you. Now, this may be somebody you just met or something that you're going to meet, but I feel like with this person, I feel like instantly there's a connection. Instantly you feel connected to this person. You feel, I feel like it starts off more in a physical sense. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a lot of physical chemistry between the two of you. I feel like there's a lot of draw, but I feel like that's where this gets a little bit confusing. I feel like there's an instant connection, but I feel like we got to look past that physical. That's not the connection that we're looking at here. It's a good connection, and don't get me wrong, but sometimes when we meet people and we have such a strong physical connection, sometimes energies can get mistaken. Sometimes we see somebody more physically attracted to them, we think that may be all it is. But that isn't what I see here. I feel like there's a very strong bond between the two of you very quickly. And it goes much deeper than the physical realm. Much deeper. And then we have the Lovers card. And like I said, it's that, like I've said before, I don't know if anybody's ever said this before, or maybe new, but I've said it plenty of times. It's called that iceberg love, I call it. It's where it looks like, it definitely seems like something, but then the closer you get, the more you realize there's so much more. There's so much more that you're not seeing right out the start. Not being able to see the whole picture right away. Not seeing everything that's right in front of you. But the closer you get to it, the more you feel connected to it. And with this, it's that type of connection. I mean, it looks like there's definitely something there, but the closer you get to realize, that's when you realize how big this is getting. Now, this isn't going to be 100% a joyride, because I do feel like there's going to be a little bit of a roadblock here. And we have the Seven of Swords, and then we have the Nine of Wands. Very defensive energy coming from them. I feel like things are going good, then all of a sudden it seems like it's almost like they put a wall up to you, got very defensive, and it feels like they may be hiding something from you, maybe feeling like they don't see you the way you see them. But I'm here to tell you right now that that's not what's going on here. The reason they're getting defensive is because they're falling hard. And it's almost like they're trying to put the brakes on, slow this shit down, because they don't want to, they're not trying to get themselves in a situation where they can't get out. It's almost like self-preservation. And with that Seven of Swords, I mean, what they're hiding from you isn't a bad thing. Like I said, I feel like there is that defensive energy coming in. It's almost like they're trying to protect themselves. They're protecting themselves from you. This person, from the moment they meet you, all they think about is you. This person wants to reach out, grab you, and hold on as long as they can. Like I said, there's a lot of passion and energy between the two of you, a lot of physical energy, but there's something that neither one of you, I feel like, may have been expecting. And I feel like you're both coming to acceptance in a different way. That's all it is. That's what that defensive energy you're getting from this person is, that this person is trying to protect themselves. Like I said, I call it self-preservation. I know a lot of people use that terminology as well, but it's almost like I'm falling really hard for this person and I'm trying to slow myself down. It's like some people take the leap of faith. They jump, they go to a cliff and they just jump off and they hope that the person's going to catch them. This person, let's just say they took the leap of faith, but they're trying to grab onto the cliffs all the way down. I mean, they're scared. I feel like you intimidate them a little bit. I feel like the connection that they feel toward you is intimidating itself. But one thing with this Seven of Swords that I want you to really understand, that the energy I'm getting from that is there is nobody else. That's not something you need to worry about. What they're hiding from you is their true feelings. I feel like this person doesn't necessarily wear their heart on their sleeve. And I feel like there's reasons for that, but like I said, I feel like this person, it's almost like they're falling really hard and they're trying not to. I mean, they want to, but then there's a part of them that's like, we got to take this slow. And I feel like their intentions was to get to know you, more of a friendship. They weren't expecting to find what they found. And like it goes, once you open Pandora's box, it doesn't get closed again. Oh yeah, this is some of my artwork. It's pretty terrible, but I never claimed to be an artist. But like I said, I mean, this person, I feel like they came in not knowing what they were expecting. They came in not knowing what they wanted, but very quickly, being around you showed them what they wanted. And I feel like that, they're starting to see things in a different perspective with that Hangman. And I feel like they're starting to really realize what it is that they've been looking for this whole time. That ship has finally come in, and that ship is you. They've been waiting a very long time to meet the right person. This person is going to put in the work. Like I said, those walls aren't going to, that defensive energy isn't staying long. I see those walls coming down. I feel like this person, opening up communication with you, being very honest with you, because they see things in a different perspective. Like I said, this is only a minor hesitation in the beginning. I don't want you to feel like this is going to be something that you're going to have to go through forever. I feel like it's a very brief energy of this person having hesitation. I feel like balance is coming very quickly. And I feel like the most of that balance is coming through open communication, transparency, very honest and open communication. I feel like this person can only fight being with you long, for long enough. And I feel like they can't do it any longer. And that's why this energy is going to shift very quickly. It's not that they don't want to be with you. It has nothing to do with that. That's one thing we got to be very clear when we're looking at this. It's not like I said, that what they're hiding from you, and it may feel like there's a point when it may feel like they're hiding something from you, but it's not a bad thing. I feel like I said, they're only thinking about you. I feel like they may be trying to slow it down a bit, but once they realize how enjoyable this is, and start seeing things in a different perspective, that's when you're going to get this person nurturing this connection. And here's some more of my beautiful artwork. Once this person starts opening up, they're going to continuously open up. And like I said, there is nobody else. We have new love here. And with that Lover's card, I mean we're looking at a soulmate type energy here. I feel like you found a soulmate here. And I feel like they're realizing it as soon as they realize it. I feel like that's when their guard comes down. That's when they feel like they can open up. And that's when they will open up. They will be honest with you. That communication is going to flow. And it's going to be very honest. They are going to nurture this connection. I see a lot of happiness coming for the both of you. And like I said, with that equilibrium, that temperance, finding balance in the situation. I see a lot of forward movement here. I see a strong foundation being built. And like I said, it may start off in a physical sense. And, sometimes when people give us signals, sometimes we read the signals wrong, or sometimes they're not good at giving good signals. It's all about trusting your intuition. Sometimes people think that when people, kind of get a little standoffish, they think, okay, well, they're not interested in me anymore. Or they start going through a million different reasons why this person isn't showing you interest anymore. And it may be none of those million reasons at all. So don't look too deep into that, because like I said, I feel like the energy is going to change very quickly. And I feel like once the energy changes, once this person feels completely comfortable, I feel like this person will open up to you, and I feel like you will get the answers that you've been looking for. A huge release of anxiety on both ends. You may feel a little bit of anxiety because this person, you're not really sure what they want from you, or you're not sure if they really want anything from you. And the feelings that you have for them, you don't want to put your heart out and get stomped on. I understand that. But that's how they feel. It's just coming out in a different way. But like I said, I see a lot of forward movement, opening up communication. Once they open up communication, what they tell you, I feel like they're being truthful with you. And I feel like that's something very important in this read that we really need to look into. I feel like in relationships, honesty is one of the most important things you can have. Certain people are looking for certain things in relationships. But if you can be honest with each other, I mean, that's a big plus. Excuse me. But like I said, I do see a lot of forward movement here. I see a lot of happiness. And I mean, at the end of the day, I see them making you a very serious offer. Excuse me again. But yeah, I do see a very serious offer coming at the end of this. This isn't all for naught. There's a reason behind this. There's a reason you met. And like I said, sometimes it feels like it may be going slower than you want it to, or it may feel like they're a little bit standoffish. That will pass. That's not their intentions. They didn't know what they were expecting when they met you. They couldn't have known they were going to get this. And that's why I feel like there may be some defensive energy, maybe feeling like, protecting themselves from falling harder than they need to. I mean, like I said, I feel like this is a new energy. So, I mean, how fast is too fast? Now, with this person, we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. We have Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. It's like, I don't know if this is much story time, but one of the things I want to point out while I do some more artwork on my card here, because because their clothes fell off. um, sometimes we meet people. Sometimes we meet people and we want the same thing, but we both have different reactions. Somebody could be, you could be waiting for love your whole life and you're ready for it. When it hits you, you're ready for it. When you feel it, you're ready for it. And then another person could be waiting for it as well, but when it hits them, it scares them because they, even though they've been waiting for it, even though they wanted it, they were never expecting it to happen. And there's a million different reasons why people act differently in the same situation. Some people go with their heart. Some people feel it. They go with their heart. Some people go in a relationship with their mind. Some people trust their intuition. Some people ignore their intuition. But just because somebody acts differently in the same situation doesn't mean they don't care. Like I said, it's depending on the person. But like I said, I don't feel like you're gonna have to deal with too much here. Like I said, I feel like at the very beginning of this, I feel like there is gonna be, it's gonna seemingly go really good. It's gonna be a really good connection, but I feel like there is gonna be like a little bit of a blockade, and it's just this person protecting themselves. And that should just emphasize how much they do care about you, how quickly they care about you, because they're already trying to protect themselves from you. But like I said, I do see them seeing things in a different perspective and realizing, this is not a stupid person you're dealing with. Not by any means is this person, But when you're not used to feeling this way, like I said, I feel like this person came in not knowing what to expect. And then once they knew what they wanted, it becomes more difficult. It's like anything else. It's like in life, sometimes we don't really know what we want, but then we get what we want, then we know we want it, and we act very differently toward it. It's I don't know if this is a good example, but it's like, a while ago I found this kitten. I didn't want a kitten. I didn't want another kitten. I had 2 cats, but I found this kitten. And I was like, I don't want another kitten. I would never want out to go get another kitten, but I found this kitten. And after a few hours, I was like, okay, it's mine. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean by that is the fact that sometimes we don't even know we want something until we want it. And now I'm glad that I found him. And I know it's not the same, but it's just kind of like on that same realm as the fact that sometimes we don't know we're missing something until we find it. If that makes sense. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.